Hello everybody and welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox and I am here today to share with you a super fun Turtle Friends card that I'm featuring in my Stamp of the Month Club for July 2021. So this card is super cute. It comes together really easily because the Turtle Friends stamp set is super cute. All right, so we're gonna get right to it. If you're a member of my Stamp of the Month Club, then you've already got your pre-prepped kit all ready to go. So grab that one. If you're not, then watch along and I'll try and give you the measurements as we go. So we'll keep that card there for a minute. So in this little card kit here, we've got a variety of pieces. We're gonna start with our basic white thick cardstock base. So it's a regular base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Just going to fold along that score line. And then I'm going to burnish it really well with my bone folder here. Nice crisp edge. Okay, then I've got this piece of designer series paper and it measures 2 inches by 5.5. And this gorgeous pattern here is part of the Sweet Symmetry set from the annual catalog. Just look at all those pretty colors. I love this paper pack so much. So that's the Sweet Symmetry. It's in the annual catalog and we're using this piece here. So again, it's 2 inches by 5.5 and I'm gonna go ahead and attach that. And what we're gonna do is just make sure that when we line it up, we want it on the folded edge. I want it about 3/8 of an inch. So, you know, eyeball, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, just down there like that. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of Bumblebee cardstock. So this is one of the in colors that was brand new last year. And this piece measures 3.5 by 4 1/4. And we're gonna center that straight onto the front of the card. Okay, and I'm gonna center it as even as possible. Okay, and that's not very straight, but that's okay. All right, next thing we're gonna do is take a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And it measures 4 inches by 3 1/4. And I've embossed that with the cute little polka dots here from the Checks and Dots embossing folder. So this is one that's designed that can be used inside the mini Stampin' Emboss machine. So, oh, I've got an extra one in here. So it comes with the checkers and the dots. So this one is the dots. And I've got it already embossed for you if you're a member of my club, and we're just going to go ahead and stick that straight on. Okay, it's coming together. All right, now let's set this aside because I don't want to get any inkiness on it. So in the kit, you've also got a piece of basic white cardstock. This is just a scrap piece that we're going to use to stamp the turtles on. We've got a gorgeous scallop rectangle from my favorite dies, and those are the Stitch So Sweetly. I love them. I use them all the time. So we've got one of those cut in basic white, and we've got a smaller one cut out of the crumb cake. Okay, so for ink pads for this card, we're going to need Memento Black, Early Espresso, Bumblebee, and Old Olive. So to start with, I'm going to use my Memento, and I'm going to use the cute little Hello Little One. We're also going to be using the large turtle with his shell, the small turtle with the shell, and this grass image here. So let's start by taking the Hello Little One and our Memento ink. And I'm just going to stamp that in the center of our crumb cake label. Okay. That's done. Now on this, oh, let's go to here because we already have the memento out. So on this scrap piece of basic white, we're going to stamp the large turtle. He is so cute. I just love it. Okay. So we're going to stamp him. Actually, you know what? Because I have the punch. So if you have the punch, I always like to double check the way it's going to be stamped. Make sure that it's not lined up any specific way. This guy, of course, is just going to be straight like this. Okay. And then I'm going to take the little guy, and I've chosen to use the one that's facing towards the left. So it looks like he's looking at this big turtle. And I'm just going to stamp that over here. Okay. Now, these are going to get cut out, but I like to stamp the shells on them ahead of time. I just find it a little easier. So with Bumblebee and Early Espresso. So the Bumblebee is going to be for the large turtle. So I've got his shell stamp here. And I'm just, because it's photopolymer, oh, that's really juicy. Hold on, I'm just going to stamp that off here once. Okay, so we're just going to stamp the shell. And then in here, it's because it's photopolymer, it's quite easy to line up. Voila, so cute. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with the small turtle, only we're going to use the espresso ink. And just line that all up. So cute. Okay, so we're done with these ink pads. I'm just going to close them up, set them aside. And then we're going to use our old olive, okay? And we're going to stamp some grass onto our scallop label here. So again, I've got this little grass image, and I'm just going to stamp it randomly on the bottom part of our card here. Even the grass is cute. I just love this stamp set. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Okay, now let's take our punch. And we're going to punch out this turtle, the big one that we punched out here. Just trying to get it nice and lined up in there. You can see that. Punch him out. Voila. Now, of course, this little guy here. And if we were doing a different thing, you've got little circles in the punch too. So this is to make his eyeballs. So the white part and then the little black pupil. So that's super handy as well. Okay, so there's that guy, and then we're just going to quickly fussy cut this little turtle out. And fussy cutting him really isn't that bad. He's quite easy to do. And we just keep our scissors straight and turn our paper, and it makes it really easy to cut these guys out. And I always like to leave a little bit of a white border. I find it's a little bit more forgiving that way. And we just cut him out. Oop. Helps to have a really good pair of scissors too. And these paper snips from Stampin' Up are awesome. They're really sharp, and it's easy to get in all these little crevices as well. Okay. There we go. There's our little guy. So cute. Okay, let's do some fun coloring. So I've chosen to use Just Jade and Soft Suede to color my turtles. So to start with, I'm going to color this large guy, and I'm going to color all with the light green. And then I go in afterwards and shade with the dark, and then blend it all together to make a really cute image. And now if you're new to the Stampin' Blends, they're awesome because you don't see any of the streak lines. They're alcohol based. You can do lots of fun techniques with them. And they're just really, really simple to use, and you get a beautiful, beautiful colored image every time. Okay. There's him. I'm going to do, while I've got the light out, I'm going to color my little turtle the same color. So I'm just going to get him all colored. And then his legs here. Okay. So there's the light color done. And of course the blends have two ends as well. So don't forget, they've got the paintbrush end, which is my preference, but they also have the marker type of end. So I like this end for almost all the time. And I'm just going to trace around the outside edge of him. Eye as well. Now his tail's pretty narrow, so I'm just going to do a little line there, and then I'll come in here. Okay, so there we've got the outline done. I will do the little guy too in a sec here, but I just want to show you, I'm just going to blend over this, and I'm not putting very much pressure on these markers at all, just a really quick light blending. There we go. How cute is he? I just love these turtles. All right, so let's highlight this little guy a little bit. Oops, wrong end for me. Coloring is so much fun. It reminds me of being little, and I used to color so much. I loved to color, coloring book after coloring book. It's very relaxing for me. All right, so there we go, and we're just gonna shade those in. Perfect. All right, so last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna color in those little nails here. So I'm gonna use the soft suede dark to do this little guy, so kind of blend in with his shell there. And then I'm going to use the soft suede light to do this one on the larger turtle. Okay, and then to do his shell over here, I'm going to just come in with the light. I'm not going to shade this one. I'm just going to do it just the plain light, which is another beautiful thing about these markers, is that you honestly can just do whatever you like. You can, you know, just color it with one color. You can use them to shade together. You can shade with totally different colors as well. So you could, you know, start with yellow and shade with orange. So there's our turtles. Now let's bring this card base back in. Let's get this card all finished up. So we're going to take this scallop and we're going to put it on a diagonal. Just sort of in the center here. Okay, and then we're going to get some dimensionals. And we're going to put a couple on the back of our large turtle. So cute. Okay, so he's going to go right on here. And then we're just going to put one dimensional, because this is a pretty little guy here, on the back of our little turtle. And we're going to have him playing over here in this patch of grass. I've got a little hair there. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our label. Just on the opposite angle here, right there. And our card is almost complete. I've got a pack of resin heart embellishments. These are retired as of the date that I'm doing this video. However, all of my Stamp of the Month club members have a pack of this as a bonus in their July kits, because these little hearts are just absolutely adorable with these turtles. So there we go. We've got a little embellishment right there. And there's our card for today. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe, leave me a comment, thumbs up, anything, show me the love. I'm so happy you guys were here with me tonight. I really enjoyed making this card with you. I hope this has shown you a new idea to use with the fabulously adorable Turtle Friends stamp set by Stampin' Up, with, of course, its coordinating punch. Thank you, everybody. Have a creative day. Stay safe. Cheers.